Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hello and welcome. You're tuned in to TeenSpace Cooks. My name is Phil, and I'm here along with
Miguel
and
Cynthia.
And today we're going to be making an American dish gone Mexican with the help of our very, very trusty friend,
Monica.
That was so smooth. Great. So today we're taking the American dish Sloppy Joe's, which is sort of like a messy hamburger, and we're going to be adding some Spanish flavor, Mexican flavors, and we're calling those Sloppy Jose's.
Hoy vamos a estar cocinando un tipo como de hamburguesa que es un plato americano y lo vamos a estar haciendo hoy en un plato mexicano.
And what are we going to put on the side of that, Michele?
Well, we're cutting up some cucumbers, right?
Cucumbers.
On the side, some little healthier, right?
Yeah. Typically you would have some French fries with a Sloppy Joe. Today we're going a little healthy, and we're going to be making some cucumber spears with lemon and salt, which is a very popular Mexican antojito, right?
Regularmente les ponemos papas para acompañar estos josés, pero esta vez les vamos a estar poniendo pepino con sal y limón, que es un antojito mexicano.
Alright, so stay tuned and we'll be right back.
Ahorita regresamos.
Today we're going to be topping our Sloppy Jose's with a little bit of caramelized onion. And if you remember watching our quesadilla episode, we used a very, very similar recipe.
Hoy vamos a estar agregándole cebolla a los Sloppy Jose's. Y si recuerdan, en el episodio de las quesadillas usamos la cebolla en rebanadas para agregar a las quesadillas también.
Alright, so all I've done is cleaned up an onion, chopped it in half. I'm going to slice these up and throw them in a skillet. You want to slice them into nice long pieces so you get like nice ribbons on your Sloppy Jose.
Lo único que hizo fue cortar la cebolla a la mitad y rebanarlas en rebanaditas delgaditas para que salgan buenas.
Okay, and Mikel's already behind me starting a whole bunch of onions. Last time you made 2 onions and they went really, really fast, so today we prepared 4 onions for us to enjoy.
Mikel ya está aquí cocinando nuestras cebollas. Las otras semanas cocinamos 2 cebollas y esta semana vamos a cocinar 4 cebollas.
Alright, so if you look over here, we have our brown sugar in the pan and a little bit of olive oil and tons of onion slices.
Si miran hacia acá, tenemos un sartén con aceite de oliva y azúcar morena y un montón de rebanaditas de cebolla.
Okay, so these onions are going to cook for about 10 to 15 minutes on a low to medium heat, just so they get nice and clear and tender.
Estas cebollas las vamos a cocinar de 10 a 15 minutos, no a un nivel ni muy alto ni muy bajo, y para que se cocinen bien.
Alright, and once we finish cooking those up, they're going to be nice and sweet to go on top of our smoky Sloppy Jose meat mixture.
Cuando se acaben de cocinar van a estar suavecitas y jugosas para ponerlos en nuestros Sloppy Jose's.
Alright, so let's start our meat. Alright, so what we're going to be doing now is preparing our meat mixture for our Sloppy Jose's.
Lo que vamos a hacer ahorita es preparar nuestra mezcla de carne para nuestros Sloppy Jose's.
American style Sloppy Joe's usually use ground beef, which is kind of fatty and full of calories. So today we chose a really lean ground turkey.
Los Sloppy Jose's de el plato americano usualmente usan carne que no es tan saludable y nosotros hoy decidimos usar carne molida de pavo que es más saludable para nosotros.
Now the one thing about this this meat here is that it kind of sticks into big brick forms. So when you use it, it's best to separate the meat with your hands as you're dropping it in the pan.
Esta carne usualmente suele ponerse como en bolitas grandes y es mejor separarla cuando la vas echando al sartén.
So Monica's going to be mixing our meat here to get it nice and coated with this mixture of olive oil.
En lo que Mónica está moviendo la carne para que le echemos aceite a toda la carne.
Okay, so just crumble it with your hands, and you got to be really careful. Like, I don't know if you've noticed that, but a little piece of the turkey fell on the counter there, and it's really, really, really dangerous to mess around with raw poultry, which is like turkey or chicken. You got to be really, really careful to clean up after yourself. So I'm going to be really careful once I take this to the fire to sanitize that area so we don't get any cross-contamination and get food poisoning.
Esta carne es muy delicada, así es que hay que tener cuidado cuando estemos cocinando de que no se caiga a la área de donde cocinamos, así es que ahorita hay que limpiarla para que no haya ninguna infecciones o cosas así.
Alright, and so the next time you'll see this mixture, it's going to be over a medium-high heat, and we'll show you what it looks like in just a minute.
Vamos a poner esta carne ahorita en un nivel mediano para que se cocine y en un momento les enseñamos cómo se va a mirar.
Thanks.
Gracias.
All right, our meat is being cooked, our onions are being caramelized, and now it's time for our sauce.
Ok, nuestra carne ya casi está lista y también nuestras cebollas. Ahora es tiempo para nuestra salsa.
So what we've done here is we've taken one 7-ounce can of chipotle peppers in adobo sauce.
Lo que hicimos aquí es agarramos una lata de 7 onzas de chile chipotle.
And I've chopped those up. Those usually come as whole pieces, kind of soggy peppers, and I just ran a knife through them.
Usualmente estos vienen en chiles enteros y lo que hizo fue cortarlos.
And we've also opened a can of tomato paste, which is much, much thicker than tomato sauce.
También lo que hicimos fue abrir una lata de pasta de jitomate que viene más dura que la salsa de jitomate.
Okay, come on over this way and we'll show you how we're going to add those to our meat mixture. Let's check in with Michele first to see how those peppers are doing.
Peppers, you mean onions?
Oh, the onions. You're
Well,
right.
the onions are looking great, and they smell pretty great too.
Michael dice que las cebollas están bien y huelen delicioso.
Okay, I'm going to pop over here and see how this meat's going. Monica?
It's going really good. Mónica dice que la carne también está yendo muy bien.
Oh, it
Okay.
still needs to get more
Yeah.
darkened.
So it's kind of gray, pink, ugly color right now. We're going to add some dark reds.
Lo que acabamos de hacer es agregar el chile chipotle que él había cortado a la carne.
And you want to use all this delicious adobo sauce that comes in the can. Don't throw that away. That's the good stuff.
Y el chile que viene en líquido en el contenedor no hay que tirarlo, se le agrega a la carne también.
Okay. We're also going to add about 2 tablespoons of this tomato paste.
También le vamos a agregar 2 cucharaditas de la pasta de tomate.
And we have some liquid seasoning. It's kind of like a soy sauce or kind of bouillon cube-ish. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like this delicious sauce.
Y para el toque final le vamos a agregar un poquito de sazonador.
Okay. Un poco. Alright, that's going to give us a lot of salt, and then at the end, once this is cooked a little longer, we'll add some more salt and pepper to taste.
Cuando esto ya esté más cocinado le vamos a agregar más sal y chile para el toque final.
And we're going to cook these peppers down here until the moisture kind of evaporates. It's kind of wet on the bottom of the pan, and you want it to be a little more dry than that.
Vamos a cocinar los chiles también aquí con la cebolla porque está soltando todo el jugo.
Alright, so we'll be right back to show you how to make that cucumber sphere.
Ok, ahorita regresamos para enseñarles cómo hacer la preparación del pepino.
Alright, so now what we're going to do is prepare the cucumber salad that you will see, downtown Santa Ana on 4th Street when you're walking down the street. The street vendors are usually selling these in the little plastic trays or plastic containers. So we're going to make our own version of that.
Ok, lo que vamos a hacer ahorita es preparar nuestra ensalada de pepino como ustedes usualmente lo miran cuando caminan por la 4. Los vendedores nos están vendiendo en contenedores de plástico. Nosotros vamos a hacer nuestra versión.
Okay, so all we did was we peeled the cucumber and we cut it in half.
Lo que hicimos aquí fue agarrar un pepino y pelarlo y cortarlo a la mitad.
And all we're going to do is cut that in half 2 more times and throw it on the pile.
Y por último lo vamos a cortar 2 veces a la mitad y después cortarlo en palitos.
As always, be very, very careful when you're cutting these. You want to get your fingers out of the way. We don't want red pepino.
Como siempre hay que tener cuidado cuando estamos cortando cualquier cosa para no rebanar los dedos.
Okay, and so what I've done here is I've got a nice big baking sheet, and I'm gonna squeeze the lime over it so it gets nice and evenly distributed.
Lo que estamos haciendo es agarrar un limón y lo vamos a exprimir por todo el pepino para que el pepino tenga un sabor delicioso.
Alright, and like I always say, keep your trash in its place. We have our trash bowl right there. Okay.
También la basura tiene que estar en un sartén.
Okay, and we like lots and lots of lime with our cucumber or pepino.
Y a nosotros nos gusta mucho el limón.
And all we're going to do to this is add a little bit of salt, and if you feel like it, you can add some little chili powder.
Lo único que vamos a hacer es agregarle un poco de sal y acordando al gusto de ustedes también le podemos agregar chile.
Alright, you want to put some salt on your palm and sprinkle it on there? Get this out of the way.
More?
That's good, and then I'll toss it and you can do a little more on the other side.
Okay. Lo está batiendo para que la sal se haga igualmente en todo el pepino. Oh, I think that was too much salt.
It's alright, don't use it all.
I'll just
Put it in the trash bowl. Oops, I got some on your hand.
It's fine.
Alright, so here's our salad. You'll see it on the completed plate in just a minute. We're going to be finishing up our meat, getting our, what do you call that bread?
Teleras.
Teleras ready. And we'll see you here in a couple of seconds.
En un minuto van a ver nuestra ensalada de pepino. Ahora vamos a mirar que esté terminada la carne y la cebolla y en un minuto estamos haciendo las teleras.
Thanks.
Gracias.
Alright, now it's time to assemble our sloppy joses. The meat is ready, the onions are ready, the bread is ready, and I think we're ready.
Ahora es tiempo de la preparación de nuestros sloppy joses. La carne está lista, la cebolla está lista, nuestro pan está listo y nosotros también.
Okay, so we just pulled this telera out of the oven. We baked it for about 5 minutes just to get it nice and warm.
Acabamos de sacar nuestra telera del horno. Estuvo ahí como por 5 minutos nada más para que se calentara.
Now sloppy joes are typically a really messy sandwich, so don't worry if the meat gets all over the place.
Los sloppy joses usualmente son un platillo, como quien dice, muy sucio, pero no hay problema si la carne se cae de plato.
Alright, the meat, Michaela said the meat's really spicy and kind of salty, and the onions are super sweet, so it's going to be a nice contrast in flavor.
La carne está bien picosa y las cebollas están dulces, o va a ser una mezcla de diferentes sabores.
Okay, so what you're going to do is get a few of these spears, put them on the side.
Lo que vamos a hacer es agarrar aquí algunos pepinos y ponerlos así al lado.
And like I said earlier, these are kind of like a substitution for French fries, and they're kind of like pickles.
Y como dijimos hace rato, esto sustituye las
Papas
papas fritas. Like fresas. I was like, what?
No, not strawberries.
Las papas
And
fritas.
today I think we're going to give the first bite to Monica.
Y hoy quien va a tratar el plato va a ser Mónica.
Alright, Monica, let's see.
Munch it, Mónica.
How is it? It's good. Alright, well, I'm Phil.
I'm Miguel.
I'm Cynthia.
And that's Monica. We're TeenSpace Cooks. We'll see you next time.
Nosotros somos TeenSpace Cook y nos miramos para la otra.